Why's it gotta be a boom? Can't be just like a fade away, like. It's the last thing I want to squeeze in if the world ends. Damn.
Before the boom.
Man, that's a sit down and think about it type question. So fine to hell me, yeah. So fine to hell me, yeah. Well, you can't tell. I think the 70s was the best time for the kind of music that I like. I think it depends on, personal preference. I like a lot of funk, soul music, jazz, salsa, Afrobeat or Brazilian music. So for me, those genres, their peak as far as what was, really, really good from that scene was started in the 70s. And anything from those styles that comes out today is influenced from what came out like in the 60s and 70s. Donaldson is a jazz artist that I like, who I would say his influence is still relevant for like current jazz artists or even hip hop for that matter. If somebody samples from him, or Ahmad Jamal, Simandi, Al Green, James Brown, Curtis Mayfield.
You said Ahmad Jamal. I don't think a lot of people even know who that is, man.
Yeah, well, I bet you they've partied to one of his beats that has been sampled a lot for hip hop stuff. Who else? Tito Puente, Fela Kuti, Miles Davis, Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones. Like these, to me, these are all groups that they didn't just make music in the 70s, but I feel like that was their prime peak creatively, where just the stuff that was coming out, it was so good that it became a blueprint for stuff that comes out 40 years later. So I definitely appreciate the old school stuff. Yeah, I think, hip hop has kind of evolved into just different representations, I think from the classic kind of MC with a producer to where you have guys who are more, they're producers and they just kind of collage a lot of things together. They'll take samples and maybe they'll perform with like an MPC and a turntable, and so they're kind of producing live and using hip hop as a blueprint. But I think the style is kind of bigger than that. I look at it like kind of like a new form of jazz. But using like a hip hop model to create this music. And I like it. My goal right now is to do as many remixes as possible for the stuff that I like to do. It's a good way to put your name out there.
You remixed a DJ Center thing though, right?
Yeah. I have another remix. Her name is Mariela Gonzalez. She's like a soul singer / R&B. Based out of Brooklyn. Remixing is definitely part of just kind of getting your name out there as a producer and a DJ. I work with a TV production company, so I've submitted countless tracks to them over the past couple of years. So that's the original stuff I do. It's more like computer, electronic, and formatted for TV. I think the internet just makes it easy for people to find stuff. You grab a cappella from somewhere and you just remix it to what you want. I'm not necessarily against it, just for the fact that most of the people that I think do this kind of maybe mashup or remix, it's not so much because they're trying to make money from it. I think they're just about showcasing, hey, I'm a producer and this is what I'm capable of. And so they're using a popular reference to showcase themselves. If I thought of a few words, I guess, to just describe myself in simple terms, a compassionate person, laid back person, focused. Those are the first words that come to mind. There's nothing there's really not much like beneath the surface that you won't know just from meeting me or having a conversation. Music is always the first and foremost thing that I represent, and then I have my other passions. But music is a big part of everything that I do, and the other qualities you just have to know me. My name is Obah, and I got one in.